I'm an entrepreneur, so come look at my watch. I'm an entrepreneur with designer ankle socks. So if you can find another way to tell a bloated story, if you can find another way, a pyramid scheme for me, I might find myself confused. Why don't I boast about business? That's always what I do. I'm stuck inside a cycle of my inspiration porn. I brag about the way that I shake ladies down for loans. Oh yeah, I'm on LinkedIn. Hi, happy Monday. We're taking it back again this week and revisiting the worst social media site to exist, LinkedIn. Guys, I went to a high school that was very competitive. Everyone wanted to be the smartest, top of the top. And look, you think I was there trying to fight for that spot? No. School, surprisingly enough, was not really my top priority. And look, that isn't really the greatest when everyone's trying to find a job and you don't really have much to show for it. But look, I have a job now and I'm a professional gamer, so I don't have to worry about all that stuff. But if I did, the place you have to worry about it is LinkedIn. Today I will grace the site to find the first Nick is Not Green Incorporated employee. I need someone who can be on the grind, who can tell good stories for sure, and will tear down anyone in their way. Can you tell I didn't plan this intro? I just am trying to figure out what to say. Let's just jump into the best workers we have in this gosh dang country. But before that, I want to talk about our sponsor for this video, Vessi.
Guys, this might be a controversial thing to say, but I just don't like it when my socks are wet. And the summer's coming up, and that means a lot of rain is coming, and there's nothing I hate more than when I'm out and about and my shoes get soaked and I have to walk around with wet feet the rest of the day, okay? When Vessi reached out to me about sponsoring this video and sent me some of their weatherproof sneakers, I have to say, I was surprised by how great these shoes really were in comparison to some ugly waterproof rain boots or just my normal shoes, which just don't do well in the rain at all. When I say these shoes are waterproof, I seriously mean it, okay? I soaked these babies under the sink and they didn't even flinch. If they get dirty, you can just rinse them off with water, or you can toss them in the washing machine, and the next day you'll just have this super nice clean pair of sneakers again. The shoes are made from Dymatex, which is this dual climate knit that keeps you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. And these shoes are something I can wear every single day without feeling like they're specifically for the rain and the snow. And best of all, guys, you know that I love this. These shoes are sustainably made with vegan products, and they use less material waste and water waste than the normal shoe. So guys, check out Vessi in the link below and use my code NICK to get $25 off your Vessi shoes. Thank you, Vessi, for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to the video. So today, along with asking my Instagram followers, I also found this page called State of LinkedIn on Twitter, which will help me find even more people who are just looking for validation on a social media site that's meant to, connect with employers and find jobs. In my 30-year sales career, this has never happened before. I have just completed a whole week of work in my slippers. WFH, that's working from home for all you non-workers out there. During lockdown certainly changes the daily activities, including how we dress ourselves each day. Who's willing to admit to wearing slippers or pajamas for a whole week? Well, guess what? I'm in my first year of my career, and I have gone through a whole work week without wearing any shoes, so you already lost. Let's get a lay of the land here. So we got the slippers at the bottom of the photo. As we come up, we get some nice jeans with some unnecessary hemming and zippers. A little laptop computer on the old lap. And, oh, yep, big pool in the back. Floor to ceiling windows. Hey everyone, check out my little slippers. Oh, no, don't mind the Eiffel Tower in the background. That's just, I just happen to live on the busy streets of Paris. Absolutely delighted to be opening our brand new luxury serviced apartments in Dundee on the 1st July 2021. We've got a nice apartment building, a very red man in a suit. Oh, yep, he accidentally left his Louis Vuitton bags in the bottom of the photo. Oopsies! Oopsies, I accidentally left my Louis Vuitton bags. I mean, let's not pretend that he accidentally did that. It says in the hashtags, hashtag Louis Vuitton. He could have at least been carrying one of the bags. He just seems like he accidentally didn't crop the photo. But then,
consciously put the hashtag in. Okay, we got one of our stories here. These are my favorites. On April 2nd, my wife gave birth to our first child. A beautiful daughter, and I really had to do this. What did he have to do, guys? Work from hospital. Yes, WFH had become work for hospital rather than work from home for me. And I have no complaints. None at all. In fact, I can't help but see the positive side of the post-pandemic work norms. I mean, I can still be committed to my work while happily taking a peek at my baby girl. A peek? Working from the office would have made things difficult. I'd have to take a few days off and lose the continuity of work. But thanks to the present working conditions, I am able to give my best to my clients and my family. I am able to balance my family and work, which for me is a boon. What does that mean? Boon. A thing that is helpful or beneficial.
That's stupid.
I feel like people try to brag about things on LinkedIn that should be the norm for the American work life. But unfortunately, that's not really how this country works. And so people feel like these things are luxury when they really should just be like rights that we have when we work. Like the fact that this dude worked for 30 years and he never worked at home for a week. Just 30 straight years doing sales. And now he's like living the life when he still has to work, but he has to work from home. And he gets to wear slippers. This guy's talking about having to take a few days off because he doesn't get maternal leave. And he's talking up being with his family after his daughter's born as if that's not what literally every person should be doing. And the fact that he has to work at a hospital when his daughter just was born. And let me just stop in with my disembodied editing voice real quick to say, that's not even me really making fun of these two guys. Sure, it's cheesy, but the reason why it's so absurd to me is because in America, these people are forced to think that their work defines them and that they have to be working 24/7, and they're forced to do so by the companies they work for. They don't have a choice to take off work so they can spend time with their newborn baby. They don't have the choice to, take a week off from work after working for dozens of years in the same exact environment. That's just leftist Nick. Back to the video, am I right, guys? It's 4 a.m. and I'm already up. I usually get up at 5:30 a.m. Ugh, this is frustrating to me. What should I do? Run the poll, run the poll. Oh man, I accidentally woke up an hour and a half early. I woke up at 4 a.m. instead of 5:30 a.m. And look, there's 2 weeks left on the poll. So hopefully we get our result before they have to, figure out whether or not they should go back to bed or start working. Just attended a lady's house who had an outstanding balance she hadn't paid. Upon arrival, the lady was fairly displeased to see me, which is pretty common. So we've got a loan shark telling us a story today. Let's figure out what he has to say. We discussed the case and what my reason was for the visit and her options today. She then said she didn't have a full amount and needed to call her sister. I entered the rear garden as she asked me to wait there whilst she made a phone call. It turned out her elderly father was sat in the garden. He asked me, do I like the outdoors and walking? I said I've walked most of the above 2,000 feet in the lakes and a fair few of the highlands in Snowdonia. Thanks for asking if I like the outdoors and walking. Actually, I do it all the time. Let me tell you all about my hiking experience. He asked me if I'd walked Striding Edge and I replied, I have in rain, wind, and shine. He laughed and said he had too. He then spoke about his walking days before major routes were developed and how he and his friends used to get lost. Hey, loan shark who's trying to run my poor daughter out of her house. Let me tell you about all this hiking I used to do as a kid. I think you'd really appreciate it. Oh, you're gonna kick my daughter out of her house? That's fine, let's just keep on talking. The lady then came outside with happy tears in her eyes and said this is the most talking he had done since he left the hospital a few weeks ago. We even agreed on a walk isn't a walk without a pint in the nearest pub after. The lady paid and I left with a smile on my face knowing we made each other's day. Excuse me? Hashtag made my day. That's really epic. My favorite ever £1 purchase, I'll tell you why. Driving back from work today and I came past a little girl sat on her front garden at a table with a sign on it saying, plants, 50 pence each. I had no cash or change on me, so I went to the cash point to draw some out. I came back, she had gone. I decided to go knock on the door of the house she was sat outside. Her parents answered and said she'd shut up shop early as there were no takers today, but she'll be over the moon when you had come, and I told them that it was all her idea. I handed over my £1 coin and I hadn't seen such an appreciative reaction in a long time. A beaming smile and a thank you. Her day was made and so was mine. Young entrepreneur in the making for sure. Moral of the story, I guess, is that the last 18 months for all of us had more lows than highs, but if you stick in there long enough and keep grinding, good things will happen. Have a great week, y'all. Do cash machines in Europe hand out like €1 coins? According to the Twitter post, they do not. It's weird if you're gonna come up with this really long story like this, why you wouldn't just raise the price on it and say that you're gonna give her £10 or something. You went through all this trouble to give this girl one little coin for for these plants? I want to share this. It's not a rubbish meme. Literally just on my way home from my yard today. I see a lot of people leaving employers lately to go to the rat race solo. I also see a lot fail. My message is clear. Go for it. Take the gamble. If you love your job, it will work. Why the picture? You want me to show you the picture? I'll show you the picture. Okay, here's the picture. We've got a nice Range Rover with a nice little blue watch. 5 years later, I'm sat in my Range Rover Autobiography V8, sporting a Rolex Submariner, which I still feel guilty for owning. Did he steal it from someone? What is he talking about? I have a lovely home. My business is absolutely thriving with 2 yards, 2 workshops, 8 vans, a Unimog U1500 and growing weekly. I just love all the humble people on this social media. It's great to see someone really making me hopeful for the future. If he wasn't already a CEO, he would be a good employee of my new Nick is Not Green Inc. Silently hear everyone. Accept what is good. Reject and forget what is not. This is intelligent living. Good morning. And then someone responded and said, first pay salaries on time and then post humbug. And then someone responded to him and said, there are 2 sides of the story. You know, when the chairman of the company doesn't even pay out your salary? Well, you know, he could be having a bad week, you know? You gotta give him some slack. Not everyone can pay their employees. That's a luxury here in this country. Spotted in Liverpool Airport. My book. Fear Less, an antidote to self-doubt. Did he spot this in the airport like this, or did he grab the one part of the book and then just put it over every other book in the section? There's only one nonfiction book in this entire airport, and it's gonna be this guy's book that is either called Fearless or Fearless. I'm still doing 15-hour days, 13 years in. Just a thought for you budding entrepreneurs who think owning your own business is a passport to freedom of time. What is this, a country where work isn't the only thing that you're expected to do? Guys, listen, you can't expect to run a company if you're only working a normal amount of hours. If you're not doing 15-hour days, I mean, I don't know what you expect out of this. No company will succeed unless you run yourself and your employees into the ground and basically turn them into slaves. Let's form a new party, the Patriot Party. Thank you, but I'll keep my guns. It's my Second Amendment right. Now that's a cool photo, for sure. That third party, man, it's really, it's going great so far. Tracy Ann Whitehill, Christian cowgirl. Oh, this is a good old Thursday laugh. What do these two have in common? They're not doctors, but they play one on TV. Wow, great observation. Exactly. Perfect. I'm not overly political, but that is ridiculously funny. How true. Great meme. Hilarious and so true. Dude, this guy's face is so red. We've got a little bit of a schedule going on here. Monday so far. That's today. Up 5 a.m. David Lloyd by 6 a.m. What is that? Oh, it's like a fitness club. Okay. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Start solo work. 9 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. Meeting with construction partners to map out the next 9 property refurbs instructed. 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Business meeting to discuss how we can scale up doing more business together in property, boxing, and wealth management. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Weekly board meeting with chairman, partner, and all teams in the business to check in and adjust course on net £1 million in business strategy on one surface. 6 to 7 p.m. Catch up on calls and messages. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. PT training with #1 trainer in whatever country that is, Ryan Kidd, and then solo sauna and meditation. 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. relax. Think, then plan out tomorrow and rest of week's meetings in Glasgow, London, and online. 11 p.m. to midnight, conference call with our UK marketing and sales partner. And then he wakes up at 5 a.m. and does it all over again, baby. That's the grind. None of these things take as long as he's saying they take. And also he says Monday so far and he maps out the entire day. So I don't understand how it is past Monday. I would just like to say congratulations to Boris Johnson on his marriage. In my opinion, one of the country's greatest prime ministers who could proudly share the company with the likes of Winston Churchill and Margaret Thatcher. Oh no. My son posted this picture on Insta the other day. I messaged him and asked where it was taken. Some roof garden of an apartment at Cannery Wharf. How did you get up there, Jay? I went in the lobby and just asked. I've learned that if you can ask for what you want, with lots of confidence, you can achieve anything you want, Dad. You've got a bright future, son. So proud. That's pretty epic. How would you even know the roof garden is up there before you would walk into the building? Like it's just a random apartment? Why I don't let interns wear AirPods. I hired 5 interns this summer. There are now 4. On my way to the Monday morning water cooler huddle, I noticed one of my interns, Erwin, wearing AirPods. I approached Erwin, asked him why he felt entitled to wear AirPods as an unpaid intern. Well, because they're convenient, he replied. Well, it's pretty convenient for me to fire you right now. Good riddance, Erwin. Do you see what I did? I set a benchmark for future interns. AirPods are a rite of passage. You earn them. Would you show up to your new job with a nicer car than your boss? Huh? Then why would Erwin have the audacity to show up with AirPods when Rand doesn't ever wear AirPods? What? I feel like this has to be a joke. That is legitimately pretty funny though. This guy talked about losing a job on Twitter and someone said, "Are you on LinkedIn, fella?" And he said, "Glasgow, mate." 5 years ago, no one had heard of coronavirus. 5 years ago, no one had heard of Recruit More either. It's not good. So I guess he's saying in the next 5 years, his company is going to slowly take over the lives of everyone over the world and become so famous that it'll be the most talked about thing in the world. Interviewers, so what's your email ID? Sir, I'm an Indian at gmail.com. And password? 123456778. Interviewer, you are so dumb. You shared such confidential information so easily for the job. How can we trust that you will not share any confidential information about the company for some better offers? Candidate, sir, I might have shared my password with you, but I don't think you can still log into my email account. Let's look for the possibilities. My password could be 123456778, or the same thing spelled out, or the first number with the rest spelled out, and so on, so on, so on. Combinations of all of these. By the way, did I mention the use of capitals? Interviewer, how much salary will you take? Candidate, I refuse to accept your offer, sir, because I do not want to work under dumb people. Never underestimate job seekers. Is sex important in a marriage? Where do banks get their relationship managers from? Oh. No? Well, which one do you support in the Palestine-Israel war? How to become a good leader. Cut on dotted lines, rotate 180 degrees. Imagine posting that yourself and not posting it as a meme 10 years ago on Facebook. So what did we learn here today? Well, I didn't really find an employee for my new company because I kind of forgot about that whole ordeal. I was just kind of reading the dumb posts that I saw. But every time I log into LinkedIn, do I see people talking about business, connecting with others to help them find jobs, maybe talking about the industry they're in and where it's headed? No, I see stupid quotes, fake stories, and pictures of your freaking blue watch up in front of the camera. Guys, use your social media for what it's meant for. Like me, I use twitch.tv/nickisnotgreen to stream. I just started playing on the baddie S&P with all these people. And it's a real blast, so stop on by. And I use Instagram to post awesome photos of myself, and you should go check it out. And this week, the comments of the week will be, Nick, I think this photo has cemented you as the greatest social media mogul of this generation. And that's coming from me, your name here. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, hit the subscribe button. And also hit the bell if you want to be notified every single Monday when I post. Just go to nickisnotgreen.com if you want to see everything going on with me. All of the links are laid out right there. Patreon.com, our monthly sticker is going out soon. Here it is. Check out the second channel where I've been posting a lot over there. It's a real fun time. This week's Gamer of the Week is Lilybug. If you want to be the next Gamer of the Week, just comment on the video, guys. Come on, you know the drill. Thank you again to the sponsor of this video, Vessi. Please click that link in the description if you want to help out the channel. I'm trying to think of what else I have to say. Bye. Recording tier 3 patron names over instrumental of some song I'm writing for no reason, I guess. Let's try it. Britney's the uneducated artist, Felix Fowlin, Sophia Craddock, Crab Brooks, Zachary Hawkshurst, MC Wilton, Jack, Jessica Burnett, Valeria Vindix, 969, Nick Pinero, Captain Hill, Flash, Art School, Trash Bag, Hunter for Brett Lofgren, Karen, Joe, Allie, Judy, Nelson, Jacob, Eden, Coochie, Coo, Callie, Bodger, Fawn, Grace, 420, Marinus, Unicorn, Olivia, Morris, Luna, Baden, Jones, Brooke, Calder, Marlene, G, Mousy, Stevenson, Andrea, Mac, Kira, Maggie, K, Burke, Callum, Harden, Nick is not green, says trans rights. BB have a killjoy, Libby, Les, Bella, Zach, Ashley, Nguyen, Elizabeth, Hopper, Aurora, Rose, Techie, Amelia, right now, Alyssa, Gabbard, Neil MC, David Lee, Maggie, Looney Lee, Lauren, Matt, Kai, Guy, Lawyer, Star, my Cindy, Jules, but cool, OG, Dropbox, and the Nugget, Bastard Collection in August, Bleep, Bloop, Jomini, Hannah, Average Mean, Sabrina, Corny, Brittany, Girondo, Buffy, Valentine, Luca, Leon, Alexander Chambers, Rancid, Ray, Arisa, Delta, Fazio, Martina, Ariana, Faye, Uni, Arana, Univero, Rene Cornell, Madbook, Bro, Christina, Brinky, Nicholas, Robleski, Brianna, Megan, Honey, Alec, Trap, Nicola, I'm a lesbian, Vera, Archer, Kamara, Laurel, Doom, Caddy, I got a cough, McGregor, Kennison, Essence, Green, Jocelyn,
winning. Riley, Cody, Alana B, Dakota Maker, Nate Page, I drink urine. Bailey Paletta, Emily Mihan, Gabby Marine, Millie Rob.